preceded Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they have a very specific characteristics. None of them is like Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because all of them, they came to a specific time, location, people with a physical miracle period. I repeat, 124,000. None of them but was sent to a specific group of people. Location, time, physical miracle. Close the file. Except Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was sent to all humanity, and we do not focus on the more than 1,000 technically miracles he did, because we have the miracle of Islam, which is the Quran. Because it's the constitution, which contains, why it is not a physical, it's in my simple word, to make it simple for the youth. Our miracle in our nowadays language, it's a divine designed software program. What? A program. When you have, if you have a 1,000 employee in your company and you have a disaster in logistics, customers, relations, payments, roll payments, what do you need? Solution. Where do you go? Software company. How much do you pay? Millions. Why? To control the system, to be aware, to know what, when, why, how, on a daily basis, every second. If a simple problem happens in the program, everything will be freezed. You are lost. You will lose millions. This is exactly what I'm coming to discuss. Humanity, the around 8 billion people, they have hundreds of problems. Drugs, zina, abortion, fornication, gambling, alcohol, cheating, family destruction, human trafficking. They are suffering. They are suffering on a daily basis. What is the solution? The divine final software, i.e. the constitution of Islam, i.e. the Quran. Got the point? This is the core of my. Now, I made the idea clear. Let's come now to the academic steps how to prove my claim. This is a claim, by the way. I'm just claiming. Academically, I'm what? Claiming. Because, by the way, whenever I prepare a lecture from this type, I imagine a non-believer standing, okay, looking to me. An atheist, agnostics, who does not believe in what I believe. So I'm addressing him. I'm not just addressing you, because my job is to enable you, to strengthen you how to deal with, because we are living with a majority of non-Muslims. What does this mean? You have a duty to speak with them. They need to know. ذلك بأنهم قوم لا يعلمون. They don't know. It's not just they don't know. Actually, the majority of the mainstream media on earth, they are attacking Islam and Muslims. Fake news. Faking news. They use fake news and they fake news. They lie. They repeat the lie. So we are under attack for many reasons. Political reasons, ideological reasons. Okay, what should happen? Keep saying the truth. Keep communicating. Keep conveying. Keep exploring. Let the people witness the haqiqah, the truth. Till Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decides to send the angel of death, takes your soul, my soul, our job is finished. What will happen, Islam? Don't worry, Habibi. It's the deen of Allah. My job, your job, Allah is using us. We are servants of Allah. We are slaves of Allah. Period. Very simple, straightforward message. Type. Let's go to the depth now. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. Second part of my introduction, before I prove my points, I remember myself, I gave a lecture a few months ago, or a khutbah Jum'ah, I think, Friday sermon. The title was, Why the People of Power Don't Accept or Do Not Want Islam. at the introduction of this, I was asking a question and giving the answer. Why the people of power, okay, they don't want Islam. I gave something similar to the introduction that I gave to you, but I tried logically and rationally to remove a possible rational, okay, obstacle in my face. What I'm doing now is called, according to some ulama tazkiyah, the purification of the heart, they call it at-takhliya qabla at-tahliya. Takhliya literally means the evacuation, when you cleanse, purify something. Tahliya, when you bring like a sweet, for example, juice. If I have an old cup that I used for a sweetened juice 1 week ago, and it was left with the remainings, you can't drink without cleaning it. You need to remove the remainings from the last week because it contains a lot of germs and viruses and it could affect you. The takhliya, the first, before I fill the cup with a fresh, nice, tasty juice, I should do what? Remove the bad possible remainings. Okay? Called ikhla, then tahliya. But at tahliya, it's a metaphorical usage. What does it mean in my context? Before I give you, I need to remove the possible obstacles in your mind that could come to anyone. What is the possible rational obstacle? Say, Sheikh, hey, I'm adapting the point of view of an unbeliever speaking with me. I say, Sheikh, if Islam is true, if Islam is the haqq, why it's not so easy for the people to accept it without this claim and this introduction? By Ammi, the haqq, if it's so obvious and so powerful, so easy, and they need it, why not to adapt it from the very beginning without the need of something like you to speak? يعني إذا كان الحق إسلام حقا وواضحا لماذا لا يعتنقه الناس بسهولة? Why? I reply to this possible obstacle by this counter argument. Who told you, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Questioner, that to follow the haqq you need just to be convinced? Who said so? Who claimed that knowing the haqq leads consequently to follow the haqq? Who said so? Who said that when I realize what the truth is, immediately I follow it? No. We have millions of people, they realize what the haqq or what haqq is, and they know the truth, but they don't want to follow it. I will give you quickly two answers, quick two examples to prove this, you know that, so as not to be disappointed when you convey the powerful haqq, yet you will see some rejection. It's not because your message has a default or a problem or no. Some people, they don't want. What is the biggest evidence in the history? Do you know what is it? Mr. Who knows Mr. Who? Mr. Iblis. You know Mr. Iblis? Was Iblis facing a serious faith-based problem with the existence of God? I'm asking, yes or no? Was he suffering? How can I know that God does exist? Iblis, was he facing this dilemma? No! He was in the Jannah, witnessing the Malaika, Allah speaking with him directly. يعني all the ghaib, all the unseen, that for us it's part of our basic امتحان. Allah says, Alif Lam Mim, ذلك الكتاب ولا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين الذين يؤمنون بالغيب. One of what makes you highly praised in this of Allah, the fact that you believe in the ghaib. For Iblis, was there any problem of ghaib? The answer is no. Was he hesitant that Allah was the Khaliq? No. قال ربي بما أغويتني. He was, by the way, Iblis was aware completely more than all of us of the existence of the haqq and batil. He was speaking with Allah. Allah was speaking with him directly. He was witnessing the creation of Adam and the angels, they were around him and he was in the Jannah. Yet, when Allah says, Usjud, what did he say? No. He said, I will not. But what was the justification for the cursed Mr. Iblis? Ana khair. I'm better. Was it a realization? Was it knowledge? Was it conviction? قناعة? No. It was what? Arrogance. Arrogance and envy. تكبر وحسد. I'm better than him. Iblis was the first racist on the base of his, I was created from the fire, he's from the clay, I'm better. So therefore I will not. Ooh. So this is the first biggest example. Don't ever have any doubts that, oh, maybe my haqq is, no, you have the haqq. And most likely this person might be aware maybe more than you, especially the people of power. So don't lose the hope when you see them attacking you. Or because some people think the fact that everyone's attacking us, maybe I'm wrong. Nah, habibi. No. No. You're not wrong. But they don't want the truth. Exactly like Iblis. What's the second example? We have many examples. Abu Jahl. Is there anyone who does not know who is Abu Jahl? Abu Jahl and Abu Lahab, both of them. Abu Jahl, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ called him Fir'aun هذه الأمة, the pharaoh of this ummah. It was narrated in authentic sound narrators from the close friends who used to be from the Mushrikeen of Mecca when they were fighting Muhammad ﷺ. Then one of his close friends, I forget the name of the Sahabi, he became a Sahabi later, and he's narrating what used to happen between him and Abu Jahl when he was a mushrik and a kafir. Look what used to happen. This discussion. You know, like sitting together at night, drinking alcohol, having their own pub in their nadi or their club, whatever. He say, Ya Abu Jahl. So he asked Abu Jahl, Ya Abu Jahl. His name was Abu al-Hakam. Abu al-Hakam. He said, Ya Abu al-Hakam, أولا تعلم أن محمدا نبي. Hey, يعني, like between you and me, we're sitting alone. To the best of your information, Abu al-Hakam, don't you know, are you not aware that Muhammad is a prophet? قال بلى, I know that he's a prophet. Okay, why you do not follow him? Look to the justification now. It's like now in some Arab countries, you will have security forces who are specialists in torturing, Muslims at prison. While they are torturing him, they are forcing him to admit something he did not do. The one who's torturing, maybe he's the one who did the crime. Yet, hey, admit. But you know that he did not do it. I know. But I want him to admit because we want to torture him. Can this person on the day of judgment come and say, Wallahi, Allah did not know? No, I didn't know. We fabricated all together. They know. Definitely they know. So, Abu Jahl said, he's replying his mushrik friend who became later a Sahabi. Look to the justification. Abu Jahl was from Bani Makhzum, a clan from Quraysh. Muhammad ﷺ was from Bani Hashim, from Quraysh. There was a competition between Bani Hashim and Bani Makhzum. He said, At'amu, Quraysh has the highest prestigious status in the Arabic Peninsula. They were the top. The prestigious status came to them because they are serving the pilgrims, Hujjaj, who come from everywhere. It was an honor for anyone in Quraysh to take care of the people. So the people will speak about them. Oh, Banu Hashim are feeding us. Banu Makhzum, they are bringing water for us. 1400, 15, 16, 17, 1800 years ago, water was not easy like this. You just open and drink. When about 5,000-10,000 people gather in the middle of the desert where there is hardly water to drink, and out of a sudden thousands come, you need to use hundreds of camels and hundreds of mules and hundreds of donkeys for thousands of hours to bring water and to feed the people, to take catering. Catering was a disaster at that time. So he said, At'amu, he was said, Banu Makhzum, Banu Hashim. He said, At'amu fa'at'amna. They fed the pilgrims, we fed them. قال سقوا فسقينا. They brought the water and we did, which means we competing. قال كسوا فكسينا. They, supported, they helped, they did. قال حتى إذا كنا كفرسي رهان. Until we were exactly as if we are two race horses, when you see, the horse race, they're competing just few centimeters, this one or this one, this one or this one. قال حتى إذا كنا كفرسي رهان. It's a metaphor. One of them will win with the highest prestigious. جاء منهم نبي. A prophet came from them. How can we provide a prophet? We can't. So I will not believe in him. What? Yeah, excuse me, Mr. Abu Jahl. So you know? Yes, I know, طبعا. What is this? The same disease of Mr. Iblis. Exactly, arrogance. Why Muhammad did not come from Bani Makhzum? Why from Bani Hashim? I will not follow him. Exactly. The same footstep of Iblis. So why I'm saying, what's the relation between this simple subtitle introduction and my topic? Before I give you the evidence that the world is in need for us, you need to know that you have the solution. Some obstacles, the people kept telling you, what is the, wait. But wallahi, I told them, no one is accepting, be careful. Not accepting does not mean you don't have the truth. Because some people, they don't want the truth. The example is Mr. Iblis and Abu Jahl. Just to make sure if you did your best in a wise way, and by the way, it has nothing to do with you or me. Allah is the one who decided that this religion is the religion of humanity after the day of judgment. It's not my decision. It's my decision works just in the area. Do I want to have the honor to join the caravan or not? This is the only decision. The caravan is working. The journey of Allah with the believers up to the day of judgment is working. It's like a very high speed, for example, train. It stops every time and then and opens automatically. Would you like to come join us? I say, okay, I don't want. Another chance. The train will come again, the train of Islam. Would you like to join us? We are leaving. Another chance. Would you like to join us? If I decided to join, I have to move myself, to take an action. I need to declare my shahada. I need to purify my heart. I need to get into the system, submission. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not call our religion Iman. Our religion's name is what? Iman? It's Islam. Technical, practical submission. By this, I need to go, move, join, walk with them. By this, I will become a Muslim and by default a believer. But just a claim without the submission, it has nothing to do. Right. Let's come now to how to prove my point. What's my point? Why they need. I will give you a simple, quick story or an article actually was written by someone in the Qatar, the World Cup, which happened in Qatar about two years ago. If you remember, the only time in history, World Cup, what? Alcohol without sexual harassment, without troubles. First time in history. Which means Qatari people should be what? Praised. Jazakumullahu khairan by the world media. This is a common sense. When you do not have troubles out of drunk, when you do not have sexual harassment out of those drunk people after that, is this something should be praised or something should be looked down as a, as a yucky thing? Logically, good or bad? Yet, the mainstream media, they were attacking Qatar, looking to any defects, and they enlarge it. And you witnessed that. You witnessed that. So someone wrote an article in light of this. The article will give me the core point of the answer, and I will build my argument on this article. Look to the article now. He's saying why they are attacking us and they don't want the mainstream media of the world. Why? An example like Qatar. Qatar basically at that time, it's not just a football. No, it's a practical example that millions of people can enjoy sport without alcohol. What is the message? We are unique and we have something alternative from what you have. Oh, this image should not reach the people. You must do what? Damage the image. Okay? So in light of this understanding, look what he said. He says, someone with the name of Ranjit Lal wrote an article in Malayan language and some translated to Tamil and then to English to respond to the very strange attitude by mainstream media of focusing just on negative things and deliberately ignoring any positive things has to do with the Arabs and Muslims in the World Cup. Now, look what he says. I'm quoting from the article, What Do I Need? He says, and please focus and memorize now. The global drug trade is worth 300, this is 2 years ago, and I made a cross check, it's accurate up to 90%. The global drug trade is worth 321 billion a year. Accumulate in your mind. The global drug trade is worth 321 billion. Alcohol sales in the world are 1,600 billion dollars per year. The global arms trade is worth about 100 billion a year. The prostitution business is worth around 400 billion a year in this world. The gambling business is around 110 billion dollars a year. Islam stands against 2,000, just with these 5 items. He did not mention everything. Just, I repeat, look, gambling, prostitution, alcohol, drug. He says, Islam stands against 2,380 billion dollars of business every year. Each of the above industries are run by private corporate bosses. If the world, this is the core now. From here we start to think what happens, why they need and why someone is trying to damage. He says, if the world accepts the Islamic policy of not selling alcohol, liquor, drugs, the loss will be around 2,000 billion in the drug mafia's business. Islamic law will end the $100 billion arms mafia business if they attack other countries for petrol without causing chaos on earth, killing innocent people and shedding blood. If the Islamic policy of not engaging in prostitution comes into force, the prostitution mafia's $400 billion business will end. Websites born of porn videos will be affected, 400 billion a year. Porno materials, 400 billion. If the world adopts the Islamic principle of no gambling, the $110 billion business of the gambling mafia will end. If the world accepts the Islamic principle that a woman's nudity is her privacy and not an exhibition, the 100 billion business of the porn mafia will end. It is Islam, more focus now. It is Islam that has waged war on this 2,300 billion dollar trade. Will they welcome that Islam without opposing it? This is a simple example. I will add my touch now. This is the article, my additional touch. I did a quick search about riba. He did not mention the riba. And I will speak about abortion, family destruction. He did not mention it. But leave now, just the riba now. Just to understand why they need Islam. 2,300 billion, 2.3 trillion a year, just from this 5-6, areas. Riba, interest, usury, very quick search for many trusted websites, I discovered that the banking system in 2022-23, the transferred money between all banking system, it was just 23.9 trillion. 1 year. The transaction. Around 24 trillion. Riba, which what we were discussing now is just a peanuts piece of cake, is nothing. The 2.3 trillion. طيب, I'm not expert in economics. I don't have a degree in finance. I don't know how can I calculate, the interest rate? But if we consider the interest rate is just 2%, which is impossible. Just 2%. Out of this, another 2.3 trillion riba. It could be 7 trillion. But because I'm not an expert, I will take for granted at least 2%. It could be 7%. Huh? The 2%, you are talking about, it's trillions, billions. An average of 3 or 4 or 5 trillion a year. The people are making benefit of something. The only system that says no and wages a war against it is Islam. Yani, if we imagined that the 1% of those who control the world, for whatever reason, they were freezed for a moment. The rest, 99%, do you think they will benefit by the fact that there is no interest or not? Do you think the 99% of nice, good, naive, simple, good people will benefit that there is no gambling or not? Yes or no? Definitely. Imagine if all of these policies are who is the only system that has solutions for these troubles? Tell me on earth, who can stand against gambling except Islam? And by the way, not because we are nice, good people, because Islam is the religion of Allah. Any one of us, and on top of you, at any time, we could be trapped into fitna. Any one of us could lose Islam and be apostate at any moment. I'm not talking about myself or yourselves. With all due respect, none of us has a guarantee to leave this dunya as a mu'min. I'm talking about the system, not ourselves. This system is protected by Allah. This system clearly, zina is haram. Sheikh, tourism, haram. Industry, haram. Haram. No, but the king said, but the boss said, but the party said, haram. No acceptance at all. No one can play games with the system of Allah. Any person, any group, any party, any politicians, they can't make riba halal. Even if they are applying riba in 99% of everywhere, still it will be haram in the religion of Allah. Even if those who believe and still do not deal with riba, when dunya is finished, they were just 1%, still it will be haram. Who has this power to discuss this, the Islam? Because Allah decided. What did Allah say? Inna nahnu nazzalna dhikra wa inna lahu lahafidhun. Allah used the majestic we. It's we who sent down this religion, this deen, this dhikr, this Quran, and it's we who will preserve it. So it's preserved. How? Through us. When you decide to join the group. Now the deep how, it's up to Allah. It's not your business or my business. Because Allah, قال وَيَمْكُرُونَ وَيَمْكُرُ اللَّهُ وَاللَّهُ خَيْرُ الْمَاكِرِينَ. They plot secretly, they plan secretly, and Allah plans secretly, and Allah is the best of planners. Period. Do your job, and the rest is not yours. It's under the responsibility of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But the point, you need to be convinced that the people needs your system, needs your software, because it's completely against, it has a divinely designed antivirus. No one can send bugs into it. No one can attack it. No one can change it. No one. The billions of people who lose their money out of gambling, we will not let the people go to gambling. We will not open another Las Vegas, for example, Arab country, and say, oh, please don't destroy your families. So what's this for this? Islam, the religion of Allah, one of the things that distinguishes Islam apart from all other systems on earth, and please memorize it this, it is a preventive system before it is a curative system. دين وقائي قبل أن يكون علاجيا. We are the only system that is based on the concept that prevents the disaster from happening. So when it happens, it will be the minimum, then we will cure it. But we don't open the gate for the disaster. And when it happens, type. Who knows for sure last year, this 25, which just finished 2 days ago. Who knows for sure the number? Don't guess. Either you know or you don't know. Who knows how many kids of abortion they were killed officially around the globe? They were registered officially. If you know, tell me the number. Last year, 12 months, how many kids they were killed in abortion? Like, fix it in your mind. 34 millions. Abortion. 34 millions. Do you know what this means? While I'm speaking with you since I started, a few hundreds of them, they are killed in abortion. I'm talking about officially registered. Maybe another 20 millions, we don't know about them. A year. I'm talking in 1 year. Who says abortion is haram and zina before that is haram, and any kind of sexual intimate relation between a man and a woman outside the institution of marriage is completely haram? On earth, who's standing for this? Who? You say it. Islam. Islam. Who will save families? Islam. Who has the power to tell the people of earth, وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا? Who has the power to keep telling the people you will not go to the Jannah, okay? And you are not a respected human being if you do not respect your parents. But they were not nice with me. It has nothing to do with they are nice or not. Even if they failed in doing their job, Islam is say, وَإِنْ جَاهَدَكَ عَلَى أَنْ تُشْرِكَ بِي مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ فَلَا تُطِعْهُ وَصَاحِبْهُمَا فِي الدُّنْيَا مَعْرُوفًا. Where is on earth? Why we have retirement house all everywhere? Why some people, they kill the elderly people in some cultures. They get rid of them. They are used now. Why they discuss, in some countries, they discuss them numbers. We have, you know, in example, they have, when I did my PhD about, now I don't know these statistics. At that time, I remember, I was doing my PhD, the UK population was 65 millions. 15 millions of them, they were up 65. That's why the NHS health services, they were facing a disaster because we have a lot of elderly people and the system take care of them medical and health aware, because majority of them, they don't have families to take care of them. Why? Because the system since tens of years is based on individualism, which is Fardaniya. What is it? Based on liberalism. What is it? Live for yourself. You are the center of the universe. In Islam, Allah is the center of the universe, not I. In the most of the people's system, it's me. I think, I believe, I feel, I don't think, I. How many times your kids in public schools, they hear the word I, and they do it with you? I don't think so. I don't believe so. I don't know so. You know, the ego. You know what's this? It's some cultures, they are planting the seeds of أَفَرَأَيْتَ مَنِ اتَّبَعَ إِلَهَهُ هَوَاهُ أَفَرَأَيْتَ مَنِ اتَّخَذَ إِلَهَهُ. Have you not seen the one who took his God, his own desire? What I feel is the haqq. No. This is subjective. In Islam, the haqq is what Allah decides, not what I think, not what I feel. Not even if there was society, even all of us, even if you are 10,000 now. We made election, we decided something we see right. If Allah said it's wrong, it will be wrong. But what if 10 millions said it's right? It will be wrong. Because Allah said. So that's why it's preserved. It's not up to the party. It's not up to the group. It's not up to the king. It's not up to the president. It's not up to the party. No. Allah is the one who decided. So therefore, why they need? Because they are suffering. Imagine if abortion, there is a policy, because of Islam, abortion is stopped. We will save about 40 million souls every year. How many millions out of not gambling will be saved? How many millions out of not having drugs will be saved? How many millions, how many families will be saved if prostitution is stopped, if porno sites will stop? How many families will have an excellent, why millions of men now they don't have a good relation with their wives, because more than 80 to 90% of males on earth, they watch porno sites. They have an alternative, which is a fake, and it gives them the satisfaction, and they exclude their wives. Why we have millions of women on earth now, they cheat. I'm talking about Arabs and Muslims because of the social media. Who says for غض البصر is an obligation, which is lower your gaze on Islam, on earth, Muslims? Who says that khalwa is haram on earth? Khalwa, just to sit alone, a man and a woman alone, even if they don't have a bad intention, it's haram. Khalwa, it's a hukum, it's a Islamic teachings. If I went to a room with a pure intention, and there was a sister, which is not from my maharim. The word mahram means that it's prohibited for me to marry her, because she's either my mother, or my sister, or my daughter, or my grandmother, paternal, maternal, okay? Or, so this is called maharim, which means prohibited, completely to marry her. This in Islamic jurisprudence, Sharia, it's called ajnabiyya, literally foreigner. It's a terminology, which means I'm allowed to marry her. Any man in Islam, if he is in a place and they are secured that no one can see them, the fact that just I'm there, it's haram. What's this? It's a preventive system. It's one of the highest antivirus system on earth against destruction of the soul, against khiyana, against cheating, against destructing the family, against zina, against everything. Why? Stop it from the beginning. Don't allow it. We don't bring the flame with the gas and you put them together and say, oh, we have a fire. Excuse me? What do you expect when you bring a flame with the gas? What do you expect? What do you expect? Nice party? Fire. So this is Islam. So when we understand it in this way, it will be amazing. Now, the final point in my lecture, and we will open for discussion, inshallah. I made a quick, I will not take your time because it contains a lot of details. It took me hours and hours, but just I went to ChatGPT and to Google, and it took me hours. And I asked the following questions. I will tell you about the questions now, and I will stop out of the question, because if I read to you what's the statistics of the World Health Organization, the whatever Pew Research, something, it will take me a lot. But I asked the following questions. Look to the questions, you will realize what I'm aiming. I asked, what is the number of people who get married worldwide? Just to see how many people they lose the beauty of a family as Allah wants. Okay? Number of people engaged in extramarital relationships. Number of people who commit suicide annually. Suicide. What is suicide? What is one of the best preventive system against suicide? The hope. Because there's akhirah, there is Jannah, there's accountability. If I'm oppressed, I will take my right in the accountability day, Yawm al-Hisab. If I'm an oppressor, I'm threatened to be punished. So by all means, everything will settle down because there is accountability. What stops criminals in the non-belief system? CCTV cameras, witnesses, okay, evidences, okay? No evidences, you escape with it. Who can escape from Allah? This is the importance of your faith, because you believe in Asma al-Husna. It's not just Allah does exist. Wait. Allah is Al-Alim. Allah is Al-Khabir. The all-knowing, the all-hearing, the all-capable, Al-Qadir, Al-Jabbar, everything. I can't escape. So therefore, straight. But Sheikh, Islam should be based on love, not on fear. Okay, for those good people, love is good. For the bad people, what do you think? Okay, please go and convince Hitler not to do what he did based on love. Yalla, tfaddal. Go and ask the Russians and the Chinese out of love not to do what they are doing from American point of view. Why they use the power against them? Because good and love does not work with everyone. So therefore, نبئ عبادي أني أنا الغفور الرحيم. Alhamdulillah. The ayah is finished, صح? خلاص? Allah said, tell my servants that I am Al-Ghafur Rahim, the most forgiveness, the most merciful. Is the ayah finished or there is a completion? وَأَنَّ عَذَابِي هُوَ الْعَذَابُ الْأَلِيمُ, and my punishment is the severe punishment, because not everyone, okay, does work with him the good thing. We have criminals, we have bad people, we have murderers, we have pedophilians, they need to be punished. This is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the decision. And actually, none of us, but the common sense. So look, suicide, number of drug addicts. By the way, when it comes to suicide, I will give you very, very quick comparison, but it's very old one. But I need the core point. I did it more than 20 years ago, 25 years ago. Because maybe it's not applicable now, but at that time it was, at that time, it's about 25 at least years ago. I looked to the highest rate of suicide committing on earth about 25 years ago. It was from the top 5, Japan and Sweden. Actually, Sweden was number 1 for many years, suicide committing. Now, Japan and Sweden, they were from the top countries in the, what? Rich, from the top richest countries on earth, plus technology, plus standard of life, plus, I mean, how many people love to go to Sweden to live? From materialistic point of view, many millions of people. Yet, highest rate of suicide, highest type. Japan, is it because they don't have no knowledge? One of the most intelligent people on earth. But why? Type. One of the figures, it's not a scientific research, it's just a possible indication. The surprise still has not come yet. At that time when I did my research, 25 years ago, the highest level of atheism in whole of the West, at that time it was Sweden. 82% they were atheists. They don't believe in anything after life. In the same time, highest level of suicide committing on earth at that time. It gives you just to think. Type. When I did the research, guess which was the lowest country from the 2 lowest countries on earth and suicide levels. At that time, when I did 25 years ago, Bangladesh. Well, you see, so I did a quick financial comparison. At that time, wallahi, it was an astonishing. 25, 30 years ago, did not have Google and ChatGPT. We did it in a very difficult way to find this at that time. Wallah, I was shocked when I knew at that time. When I did this research, the average of monthly income of individual in Sweden, it was 7,000 US dollar a month. At that time, the income of the Bengali person, it was $12 a year. A year. Which means $1 a month at that time, 30 years ago. 7,000, yet highest level of suicide. Yet, when some people, why do we have suicide, for example, in some Muslim countries? Because they are poor. No, habibi. No. True Muslim will not kill himself out of poverty. No. So, by the way, statistics, you can't play dirty games with statistics. You can't. When they say, Islam is the reason for the bloodshed on earth. Okay, so who started the First and Second World War? Was it Muslims? 80 millions of deaf people, non-Muslims. Right. USSR, United Soviet Social Republic, when it started the Bolshevik Revolution, they killed Stalin based on Marxism, Marx, Lenin, Stalin. They killed, the estimate, between 80 to 100 millions. They were atheist communists, non-Muslims. When Mao Zedong in China, about 100 or 90 years ago, decided to force communism, which is still up today, is ruling China, they killed between 70 to 90 to 100 millions. Between just China and Russia, just to establish their system, and both of them, they were non-believers, atheists, communists. They killed an average 100, 860 up to 200 millions. Sheikh, why you're not discussing the West? Okay. European nice secular countries. They killed an average when they kidnapped the Africans from the African continent, the last 300-400 years. Those who were killed while transferring the Africans, 160 to 180 millions. Those who were able to be brought into North America and Britain, okay, at that time, it was an average 50 to 60 millions after killing 180 millions. Were they Muslims? By the way, third of those who were killed, they were Muslims. Yet, Islam is the problem. No, Habibi. No. No. But you need to know. Read the history. Know your system. Be proud that you have the solution from now on. Do we have the solution? Yes. For what? All the big problems. Drugs, prostitution, yeah, because it's haram. No one has the right to give legislation. It stops from the beginning. It brings completely, when the system tells you, for example, al-khamr, for example, al-khaba'ith. Prophet Muhammad has called it, you know, the mother, the base, the top, the umbrella of wickedness, of dirtiness. Because when I'm drunk, I can't do anything. The majority of sexual harassment, in every way it comes out of it. Most of the car accidents, it happens because of, drink. No. 1 out of 3 married people in the UK, sorry, 3 married women in the UK, they are hit badly by their drunk husbands every day, which means 30%. In the research statistics. It's amazing. So, when it tells you, لَعَنَ اللَّهُ, for example, sorry, that's the riba. For example, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, إِنَّمَا الْخَمْرُ إِنَّمَا the beginning of the ayah. الْخَمْرُ وَالْمَيْسِرُ وَالْأَنْصَابُ وَالْأَزْلَامُ رِجْسٌ فَاجْتَنِبُوهُ. Some people, they say, Sheikh, Allah did not say haram. Yes, it's more than haram. اجتنبوه means it's haram to drink it, haram to hold it, haram to carry it, haram to sell it, haram to buy it, haram to sell anything to the factory that manufactures, and haram to sell the grape from your farm to the factory, and haram to use your truck to transfer the grape or the apple from the farm into the factory, and haram to sit with someone who is drinking, and haram to appraise it, and haram to put it in your advertisement, and haram to support anyone who is supporting it. But ajtanibu, which means any way that could lead to drinking alcohol is prohibited. Where can you bring another system that has this power if it's applied? Because therefore, wallahi, I assure you, please, I just gave you the idea. Let the people know the power and the beauty of our divine solution. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فيا فوز المستغفرين. I finished my talk. Now, if we have questions, I will answer. Otherwise, we finish and say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. One question from the sister, if we have. One question from the brothers, if we have. Or otherwise, we'll say Assalamu alaikum wa la tansawna min ad-du'a. Sisters, do you have any question? Or comments? No? Brothers, question? Comment? Addition? Huh? Yes, so on my page. My Facebook page. It's Dr. Amjad Qorsha. Yeah. AMJAD QOURSHAH. Qorsha. Dr. Amjad Qorsha. You can find it, inshallah, bidnillah. I accidentally, I forgot the mic, so the sound will not be that good. That's what I put it very close, and I hope the sound is good because of the echo. But anyway, would you like? Yes, brother. Fadl.
So with all these rules and regulations of our religion, Islam, all the teachings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, why Saudi Arabia is trying to go other way? It's trying to overcome.
It's a good question, but the answer is with Mohammed bin Salman, not me. Because this is a valid question, yes. But wallah, brother, to be honest with you, wallahi, subhanallah, he touched a very sensitive point. It's a good point. He says, I will repeat in case of someone is not here. He says, if this is the true, why Saudi Arabia is not applying the full Islam as we understand? This is your question, sah? Okay. Brother, I traveled through 30 countries on earth, 300 cities, and I taught in 12 countries. Okay? Wallahi, billahi, tallahi. In some places, because